What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another edition of Ryan's Recommendations, the weekly video series where I talk about things and how to make them better. On today's episode, we're talking about Oprah, and more specifically, Oprah's book club. So obviously, Oprah has built herself a very impressive media empire with things like her magazine, her website, her network, but perhaps one of her most daring and successful ventures has been Oprah's book club. However, things for the book club are getting stale, and I think she could do a better job in regards to her goal of getting people reading again. That is where my idea comes in, and that idea is the Oprah's Book Club app. Now, before I get into this, I want Oprah and her executives to see this, so if you could share this to your social media using the hashtag OBC, share it to your Twitter, Instagram, Snapchat, however you have to, DM it to Oprah herself. Let's get Oprah and her executives to see this. So the basic idea of the app would be to function as an e-reader while also incorporating audiobooks of past and future book club selections. A large part of the app would be a forum section of the app where users could engage in discussions with other users on different topics based on the various books they read. You know what? I agree I love Oprah 442. I did like the fact that Pro-Clee confronted the stigma of HIV and AIDS. Another part of the app would be a user-generated content section where users could actually upload their own short pieces, such as poems or short stories. I'm gonna keep it real with you, wannabe poet 235. That was one of the best poems I've ever read. So basically it'd be a way for Oprah to put the book club and the book club community she created onto this digital platform. But why should something like this even be created or considered? Let's take a look. Seriously. I think that incorporating the book club into a media platform, such as a mobile application, would really allow Oprah to target a younger audience. For one, the incorporation of audiobooks within the app would be a good idea, as there is a current upward trend in the audiobook industry. According to an article by Michael Kozlowski, in 2017 in the United States, audiobook sales generated $2.8 billion, which is an increase of 22.7% from 2016. Along with this, it seems that the younger generation is completely attached to consuming media and different content on their phones. According to research conducted by LivePerson analyzing digital habits, it was found that 61.8% of people ages 18 to 34 would rather leave their wallet at home than their phone. In that same research conducted, it was found that 65% of younger people communicate more through digital devices than they do in person. And with the continuous rise of social media platforms and platforms like YouTube, it is clear that younger people are utilizing technology and media platforms to connect with the world around them. And that's what the OBC app would provide, a sense of community and a means to connect with other people, all centered around great literature. Now, enough with me talking. Let's see what OBC might look like in the future.
Why do I love the OBC app? Well, it certainly got me reading again.
Why do I love the Oprah's Book Club app? Well, I'm finally starting to read again.
Why do I love the OBC app? I finally started reading again!
So why do you think the app has been such a large success?
Oh, well for me it has to be the e-reader and the audiobooks. I know that me and all my pals back in Gloucestershire, certainly it's gotten us exposed to more literature and reading opportunities that we just never had before without the app.
I think the fact that there's such a wide range of books offered on the app. While using the app, I've been exposed to a lot of great genres and authors, and I've even been exposed to a lot of books that might have been deemed high literature that I wouldn't have otherwise been exposed to.
Oh, it's gotta be because it takes place on our phones! Me, my friends Dexter and Mike and Salamander, we're always on our phones, consuming media, loving media, and this new Oprah app, it's just another form of media! It just also happens to be reading!
So what's your favorite feature of the app?
Oh, well it has to be the user-generated content. I just love seeing what people have said, and what I've said, and engage with their stories. It's just
The user-generated content section I propose would continue to push forward that sense of community while also allowing the users to engage in literature in a deeper context by doing it themselves. This, along with the discussions in the forum, would be an answer to some of Oprah's critics who claim she has been unable to bridge the divide between high literature and the therapeutic, which is something Jamie Harker talked about in her afterword, where she writes, I believe that Oprah, like her critics, accepts the binary of literary and therapeutic without questioning the significant overlap between them. My favorite part would have to be the forum section of the app. It's allowed me to engage in a lot of different discussions, a lot of thoughtful discussions with different people, even though I read these books alone. And overall, it's allowed me to feel part of a larger community just because I read these books.
Man, that's tough. It would have to be the forum aspect of the app, because you get to engage with all different sorts of people everywhere, and
Another intention of focusing on community would be for people to be able to learn from each other and all of our different backgrounds. Kevin Quirk talks about this sense of therapeutic multiculturalism in the book club in his work Correcting Oprah, where he writes, "But the piece overlooks the way the club consistently synthesized its therapeutic goals with the broad goals of multiculturalism, recognition and respect for racial, cultural, and gender differences."
Alright, so overall, what do you think?
Well, I mean, based on what I knew about the book club before and what I know now, it's just gotten so many of me and my mates engaged with the literature.
Honestly, I think it's genius. I love the fact that Oprah was able to push that community aspect she valued before and really incorporate it in an innovative way.
what do I think? I love it. I get to engage with people, read books. You know what? More than anything, it's got people reading.
Well, if those hypothetical people won't convince you to consider, I'll go further. The incorporation of ebooks and audiobooks would be intended to bring in a larger audience, much like the people in the video. John Young actually talked about this in his work, Toni Morrison, Oprah Winfrey, and Postmodern Popular Audiences. When he talked on audiobooks in relation to Toni Morrison, he said, "The popular audience engaged by these audiobooks includes consumers who might not ordinarily read." The intention of the forum aspect of the app would be to get people intrigued by the community-focused approach, much like the people in the video. The community aspect of reading is something that made Oprah's book club popular in the first place, which Elizabeth McHenry talks about in her epilogue, where she writes, "Oprah's book club allows her 15 to 20 million daily viewers to imagine themselves as part of and participants in a communal endeavor." Other than this, the app would expose a lot of people to a lot of great literature, as a lot of great authors would be dying to have their work featured on the app so they could take advantage of the Oprah effect, which is something that Cecilia Farr talks about when she brings up Toni Morrison in her work Reading Oprah, as she writes, "Both novels were literature class perennials, long in print and selling steadily, and both took phenomenal leaps in sales as Oprah books." Overall, the OBC app I'm proposing would allow Oprah to completely revolutionize her book club, as well as the way the younger audience engages with literature. The app would stay true to the community-focused approach to reading the book club once valued, as well as allow Oprah to reach her goal, which from the start has been to get more people reading again. Yeah, so like I said, guys, that's a wrap on this week's video. The intention is for Oprah and her executives to see this, so like I said, hit that like button, share it, subscribe, share it to your Twitter, DM it to Oprah, whatever you have to do. Let's get this video viral and let's get it to Oprah, guys.